It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports, and we've got a duel in the Lone Star State. It's the Jags and the Texans on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Jaguars in this matchup. Their offense is a unit that's not afraid to take chances out there, and not always for the better. What do you see them trying to do here?
You're right about that. It's a diverse unit, and they like to run their offense by what they call game plan, meaning each and every week they study the opponent, they probe its weaknesses, and they move the ball around that way. They emphasize who's going to get it based on what they think they'll accomplish in that game. Other teams, they're a system team. They're going to run what they run no matter what. I like this style of offense. It suits them well.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. For the first time, the Jacksonville Jaguars set to go here on offense, led out by the new face of the franchise, the #1 overall pick, of course, from this year's draft. It's Trevor Lawrence out of Clemson.
For so long, the Jacksonville Jaguars have been seeking their franchise quarterback, and they believe they've got their guy now. How about this? 38-2 in his collegiate career, won a national championship his freshman season, and the only losses he ever suffered during the college football playoffs. Had to have a little bit of surgery in the offseason, but this is a guy who's locked in on football, has everything you're looking for in a quarterback.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Oh, wide open, complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marvin Jones, 84 yards. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And that should serve as a big warning to this defense. They know now that they have to stick close to these receivers because they have the ability to break games wide open after the catch, and that one wound up in the end zone.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and it's now a 7-0 game. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. The Texans ready to take over here on offense, and it's Deshaun Watson at the controls in his 5th season now in the NFL.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Watson. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Lambo to add on the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Roberts electing not to try it, and this will come out to the 25. Set to take over again, Deshaun Watson and this Texans offense. And now, Charles, this becomes a pretty important second drive for them. They're already down a pair of scores here in the first quarter.
As you noted, they're down 2 scores, and to me, they're down a possession or a service break if this were tennis, right? Because they just gave one up. Only their second drive now. Run their offense, try and get back into the game that way, and then look for some help from their defense.
Try to forget about that pick six last time out. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Watson now to throw. He'll dump this one off to Lindsay. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Deshaun Watson, when you think about the toughest quarterbacks in the league to game plan against, he's got to be in your top 5, does he not?
And when you talk about game planning, putting him in the top 5, that's an easy call because he can make every throw. That's not an issue at all. He has great touch delivering the football, but that mobility, that added dimension, when he escapes the pocket and those receivers find their way open, short, medium, and long, he finds the right guy. And last but not least, his toughness. He can stand in the pocket, take a hit, and deliver.
2nd down and 5.
Let's make these babies cry all the way
Let's make these babies crawl the way back.
From the gun, here's Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. David Johnson here on the catch. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Watson now going to keep it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained. And, in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. It's complete to Chris Conley. Touchdown, Houston. Chris Conley, 39 yards. And the Texans draw a bit closer.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. To return, here's Agnew. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Let go. This is it. This is it.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And connecting here with DJ Shark. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Lawrence to Chark, 1st down, Jacksonville.
DJ Chark, a Pro Bowler and a 1,000-yard receiver in 2019. Saw his numbers dip a bit last year as the Jaguars cycled through some quarterbacks. He's happy to have Trevor Lawrence in town and accepts the pass from him there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne.
He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Shaq Lawson's one of those guys that after a while you quit just trying to define him by a position. Defensive end, outside linebacker, doesn't matter. He knows how to get upfield and spill some plays.
So disruptive. What makes him so disruptive?
I think it's strength. If you see his upper body, I mean, he's got some strength up there and some really good hands, but he's got some surprising quickness as well to get him upfield.
On 3rd down, Lawrence looking downfield for Jones. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed.
And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, we saw Trevor Lawrence take plenty of deep shots in his days at Clemson, and he shows off that cannon of an arm here as a rookie at the NFL level.
And boy, that was something to watch, wasn't it? How about the way these guys came out here in the 1st quarter? They really put their stamp on this game early with their play calls, and they certainly look good so far.
And you get a look at the final readout on air distance, according to Next Gen Stats.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Jags with the football to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Right side, it's Manhurts, the tight end.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Now Lawrence.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James O'Shaughnessy there to make the grab. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now 21-7. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Deshaun Watson and the Texans offense trot back out there. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
Watson on first down. And Cooks has it over the middle. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. Faking the give. Now Watson. Out to the left. He's got his tight end, Akins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Stop your whining.
To throw is Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now a handoff for Lindsey. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
Two running plays, each lose a yard. They'll need to do much better now on 3rd and 12. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down.
The scoreboard tells a story for them, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again.
They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Lawrence to Jones, first down, Jacksonville.
And when you draft a rookie quarterback, as the Jags did with Trevor Lawrence, you want a veteran presence for him. And Marvin Jones, he fits the bill. 5 years in Detroit, 10 years overall in the league.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 yards there, just like last play.
And that's a pleasing run there by Travis Etienne. And every time I see him carry it, I think of the word mature. Why? 4 full seasons at Clemson, not something you normally get with a running back. Had almost 5,000 yards rushing, the school record, along with 70 rushing touchdowns. That's both the school record and ACC record. The second running back taken in the draft after Najee Harris from Alabama, number 25 overall. He's now wearing number 1 in the NFL after wearing number 9 at Clemson. He loves those single digits.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Murray. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. After the interception, here's Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. 7 yards, the pickup there.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Watson trying to get his guys moving. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Three yards remain for second down. Watson going deep this time for Miller. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and it's 3rd and short.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous.
Watson on 3rd down.
Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to go deep for Conley.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson.
And that's complete to Cooks. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First down Texans, Watson hooking up with Cooks.
I thought that Brandon Cooks took over the #1 role for the Texans after DeAndre Hopkins was shipped to Arizona, and he wound up with a team-leading 81 catches in 2020, his most since 2015.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. He's going to go deep for Conley. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Watson looks to throw again. He's got the hook up to Miller. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
Holding offense.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
Let's put them on the buses. That's on them, go. 47.
Now Watson. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
To the air yet again, Watson. He gets it to Cooks. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
You don't want that? You don't want that?
So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We saw a strong first half from our quarterback. First up, though, a look at the next-gen stats for Jacksonville in that first half. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. Here's the All-Pro returner from 2018, Andre Roberts. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice, and that often runs you into a penalty.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's a give to Lindsey. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
44's the mic. 44's mic. Check.
Here's Watson. Sends one out to the sideline. It's Cooks. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
There again is Cooks, complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He'll find Lindsey here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Second and 4.
Check, 47. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time.
Watson now to throw. Working the middle, and he's got it complete to Akins, the tight end. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Devon Hamilton with the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Forced out to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
A third down now, and those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And that is incomplete. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. Fourth down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
And the Jaguars are eager to see what Laviska Shenault and Trevor Lawrence can do together. Shenault was a second-round pick in 2020, and they're going to move him like a chess piece all over the formation and even put him in the backfield.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. This complete to Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 18 more yards there and another 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 39-yard line. Running out of the gun with ETN. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 2nd down.
The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Now Lawrence. That complete over the middle. He's got Manhertz, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 27-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Let's go. 10-2, sir. I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Robinson.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
James Robinson
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Jaguars have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Well, we have seen the stiff arm get a bit of renaissance here in recent seasons, and that was pure strength there as he forced his way into the end zone.
And when you think of guys who use the stiff arm so effectively, I go back to guys like Earl Campbell, Walter Payton, some recent guys like Marshawn Lynch. Let's go to the Wayback Machine. Bronco Nagurski, he dealt out a wicked stiff arm.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Houston's offense taking over again.
And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. To throw is Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Second and 20.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. I'm coming after you.
Another try after the first down sack. Watson.
Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile.
He's going to go deep for Conley.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play. but he could not pull it in.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at their own 43. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up four fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Ball at the 8 here for second and a yard. Maybe a touch less. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to first and goal.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Here we go.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll try to run with ETN. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Set to take over again, Deshaun Watson and this Texans offense. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal.
Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
On the ready.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.